Hello everyone and welcome to another TDR family gaming video. This is DroydTDR and today we're going in with Rylan and Spooky into the Enchanted Forest, into the Insane mode. And yes, this is our first win, if you can believe it. I sure do. And we'll show you what Spooky is wearing. Spooky has, obviously he's in the 180s here, and he has one nightmare, so he's got some pretty good gear, and he basically carries me and Rylan through this, though of course Rylan has helped out a little bit here and there and does a pretty darn good job of dodging as well. Only a couple of deaths on this whole run. And I'm playing the healer role. We got Karita there with his dual sword action, sporting the new heal pulse speedy thing. I forget the exact fancy name for it, but that's what it is. And then also one normal life dash. And here we go on to boss 1. Now if you're new to the Enchanted Forest, boss 1 mechanics are pretty straightforward once you figure them out. Number 1, those little crystals in the floor pulse and you get damaged. Number 2, crystals fall from the sky and they will blow up, a little explosion when they hit your head. If you get to the green circle, you're safe. Number 3, you gotta run a rock up to these barrier areas in the front so you can be safe from the poundy the ground thingamajingy bobber. And then you gotta run back over here. Again, crystals are happening and you run away. Those spinny blades, by the way, you do not want to run along the line and you do not want to stay in the center of those. These little pulse spinny, I don't know what they're called, the little see-through transparent blooms or whatever, those also you want to get out of when those show up. Okay, well there we go. Boss 1 is done. Barely had enough time to say hello to him before Spooky had taken care of him and he was gone. Meanwhile, Droid's still doing the heals, keeping people alive, mostly keeping himself alive, honestly. Spooky doesn't need too much help. Every now and then gets in a little bit of a sticky situation, but probably would have made it just fine on his own. Thankfully, we save a little bit of time by having a healer here. All right, let's go on into the next area. This room, this is where boss 2 will be, but first we have to clear out all the minions around the edge. So all of these guys need to get cleared away. This is can get tricky because I've tried tanking this before, several times actually on stream, and I'm not sure it's very effective because the challenge here is that the red-topped mushrooms walk really fast, the green-topped mushrooms walk a little bit slower, and then the super big guys walk super slow. So it is a real trick to try and help by grouping people up or grouping up mobs with a taunt, because honestly it is really hard because they travel at different speeds to actually taunt them in an effective manner. And that's one area where Spooky is going to demonstrate, and he just died. Spooky just demonstrated the trick or the issue in this room, which is the red mushrooms will bubble freeze you. So if you're standing on a red circle, then you will get bubble frozen, and then the green mushrooms will throw poison circles on the ground and they will drain you of your life force. So if you are frozen on the spot and then you get 1 or 2 of those green circles on you, you're basically toast. Doesn't matter if you have a healer that happened to heal you or not. Right, now this guy, not too much of a problem if you stand near a healer. All right, which is always a trick. In large groups, it's hard to stay with a healer. You gotta kind of know where they are. And also if you die, it's hard to get back to the healer because usually they wanna be as close to the exit of the room, not the entrance of the room. All right, next thing, there are little orbs that pop up around the edge. And as far as I can tell, they're a nuisance for sure because they shoot lasers at people and they do a little bit more damage. But if you're near a healer, the healer should be able to continually be, you know, pulsing heals, and you shouldn't get totally destroyed by that. Now that heal I just did was not very good timing wise, but we already got the boss down, so who cares? Also, the spinny blades on boss 2, that's something important to know. If you are running away from the spinny blade and it is catching up, you best turn around real quick, use your speed run, and run through it. Hopefully you have a healer with you who is pulsing heal, because you will probably survive running through it. But if it catches up to you, it's going to do damage as it goes through you, because you're running the same direction, and there's no way you're going to make it through that. So, I'd suggest try, if your armor is high enough, your health is high enough, just run through it while the heal pulses are going on. Alright, well here's the last dude, and now, ladies and gentlemen, Boss 3, the Enchanted Forest Dragon. Yeah! What is this guy all about? Let's go check him out. Gotta run into his special arena. It's got special marks on the floor and the ceiling, but here's the thing. Alright, it does the hash marks and then the diagonal lines on the floor. That's nothing, but these things, my goodness, you do not want to be in the small circles, and if you get clipped by one of those big circles, you turn into a fire spreader, and you want to stay away from everyone else. As far as I can tell, if it's just one person, nobody gets damaged. If it's more than one person that has the fire circle on them, maybe the other people are damaged? I don't know, but if you have the fire circle on you, you do not want to go and touch other people. I'm still a little unclear. See, I just touched Rylan and boom, he died. Boom, just like that. And speaking of boom, just like that, Spookio gets the final shot in and the dragon is down. Holy smokes, that's our first win. So, thank you all for watching. If you want to see what Spooky was wearing, that's going to come up in just a second. What do you think about the new Enchanted Forest? Is it crazy awesome? Is it crazy too hard? Is it just crazy? I don't know. You let me know in the comments down below. Here's what Spooky was wearing. He's got some pretty good gear from Nightmare. Let's check it out. He's got already the blue Crystalline Warrior, and he's got a green War Scythe and a new spell. Wow.